You know, remember when I tell a sound guy, it sounds whoopy or muddy or too.
That's me. That's where I'm at right now.
Because it's like, well, what is it? Is it 2K? Is it 5K? Is it 8K? Is it 250? Is it 100 hertz? What's rolling over?
Joe, one of the things I want to ask you, I'm so curious about this. You talk a lot about using a 31 band EQ and just knowing where the frequencies are. I have no idea what this is. When I'm talking to sound guys, I'm like useless. So you've kind of inspired me here to get one to really understand this.
Well, you know, remember when I tell a sound guy, it sounds whoopy or muddy or too.
That's me. That's where I'm at right now.
Because it's like, well, what is it? Is it 2K? Is it 5K? Is it 8K? Is it 250? Is it 100 hertz? What's rolling over? You know, why is the floor tom feeding back? Well, what is it? 300, 350 hertz. Well, start there. You know, you just start realizing what each of those things do, and you can start talking intelligently and EQing your stuff more, you know, intelligently, going, yeah, it needs a little air. Well, when you say air to me, that's 5K and above. You know, 2K, 1.5, and 2K, 2.5. That's the spiky bits. That's why it's like, why does it feel like your guitar sounds, you know, like driving a spike through my face? Well, it's because it's too much 2K. You know, and once you just fiddle with it and know what it's going to do, your life gets a lot easier. And it takes work with one for about an hour.
So what am I going to do? I'm going to get a 31 band EQ pedal, and I'm going to start moving. I'm going to set everything zero, and I'm going to start dumping
everything at zero.
Each one.
Move each of them up. By the way, forget 20 hertz. That's whales communicate like that. Okay. You want to start at about 63 and 80. That's your kick drum. You know, up to about 100. 100 to 250, that's your bass guitar. 500 to about 5K, that's your guitar. Cymbals are 8K. You know, and you start realizing, it's like, why can't I hear my guitar when the drummer starts playing? So because the snare drum's eating your lunch. Why can't I hear my guitar when the B3 starts playing? Well, the organ and the keyboards are right in your frequency band. So you need to like be around that. And so just take a guitar or a microphone and just see what each of those things does on an extreme, all the way up, all the way down. And it's great ear training.
And then from there, though, then you're going to take the EQ out of your rig, and then what are you going to do? You're going to try to find those frequencies with your pedals and with your amp knobs and try to recreate them. That's step 2 of really figuring out your frequencies.
Also understand what your amp's doing, what it's strong at, what it needs. You know, a tube screamer is a mid drive. All it is. High mids. You know, it's like, you know, that's what it does. It cuts the bass and pokes up about 650, 800 hertz and adds some gain. And you know, so when people talk about, like, I modified a tube screamer and I put the bass back in and more high end, it's like, well, it's not a tube screamer. It's a sonic distortion. My thing is, don't read. Well, you can read, but don't take as gospel internet information written by people that don't have gigs play. Like in my experience, those are the loudest voices and also the most uninformed, because the people that don't chime in are actually too busy gigging and figuring it out. And there's no right and wrong. There's absolutely no right and wrong. You do whatever you want, however you want it, when you want it. That's the beauty of this whole thing. And it's all subjective. Some people love my tone. Some people think it's the worst thing ever. Okay. Wow. Again, these are outliers that I can't influence. And my best advice to anyone is just be yourself and don't listen to anybody if they're giving you unsolicited advice. It's just be like, if you're happy with your sound, you're happy with your playing, and you're inspired, and you're making music and you're playing, what more to life is there at this point?